from childhood, we are taught to believe that we are this body, that this body is who we are, and we are contained in this body, and it's this body that we go along this journey of life in. But when we have this feeling within inside of us of permanence, and then analyze what the body actually is, you see that these don't line up, that the body itself is actually impermanent. So we have mistaken ourselves to be this body of impermanence, yet when we look within and ask ourselves direct questions of, like, who am I, we really realize that we are permanent. There's only one of me in here somewhere in some fashion, and yet this body is constantly replacing itself. There is a cellular process known as apoptosis, and apoptosis is known as programmed cell death. We have about 30 trillion cells in our body, and every moment of the day, apoptosis is eliminating by programmed death 330 billion cells a day on average. Now, that is then being replaced by new nutrients coming in, and through the process of mitosis, it is producing new cells within the body. And each organ within the body has a replacement to it, you could call it. It's known as a turnover rate. And each organ in the body has a different rate compared to others. So you could say that blood cells within the body are being replaced every couple days, and the esophagus is being replaced every 11 days, and you go all the way up to your heart and your neurons, like in your brain, that are being replaced once every 70 to 90 years. So there is at least one time where you're being completely replaced. This body is being shed off through excretion, and it's being replaced with new nutrients that are being eaten. So you have to ask yourself, are you the body that you shed off 10 years ago? Are you the body that you are right now? Or are you the body that you're going to eat 10 years from now? Here is a list of turnover rates per organ in your body. So you can see that this body has absolutely no permanence to it at all. It does not line up with your reality of being, of permanence of being. And so this is just one example on how this body is not who you are. Another interesting study was comparing human cells to the number of bacteria cells that we have in our body. And it was discovered that we have 3.1 bacteria cells per one human cell. So if we have 30 trillion cells in our body, that means we have 38 trillion bacteria cells in our body. So does that make us more bacteria than human? What is it that makes us human? What is it that makes this body human? The reason why the bacteria cells are not necessarily discussed when it comes to cell biology and human physiology is because the bacteria cells are 1/10 of the size of the human cell. So that makes per weight the human cells, like 97% per weight relative to the 3% of weight per bacteria. But what constitutes significance within a cell? Is the cell's size what drives its significance? Who's to say that a bacteria cell is not more or less significant than a human cell? So are we more human than bacteria? And lastly, which is the most profound and the most direct experience, is that a body is not sentient. It is insentient. A body is not aware of itself. It is you, yourself, that is aware of the body. And therefore, you, the permanence within you, is not the impermanence of the body. And you have a direct experience of this. You are the sentient being that is aware of the insentient body and everything that's contained within that body, such as your physical components, your brain, your heart, your muscles, plus all of the sensations and emotions and feelings within the body. None of these are sentient as well. It is you, the sentient one, who is aware of the feelings and emotions and your brain and your heart. So that is the most direct experience, that you are not this body. And in that, you rest in that which is aware of your body, and just let the body be the body. And this is just, again, direct, inherent proof that you are not the body. You are that which is aware of it. Take care.